How's it going, everybody? This is Paul with Poison Noises. I'm here with my good pal Jared. We're showing you the Bass Glut XL today. Jared, you're playing through American jazz bass right now?
Yeah, nothing fancy, just a standard jazz.
Hey man, you guys know the J bass. And we're playing with a Little Mark Tube 800 on top of an Ampeg 215. So let me take you through the settings a little bit. You got some of the foundation of our classic Bass Glut. You got your choke for gain, your more for volume. Our even more is actually like a classic fuzz circuit tone sweep. The stuff is what we call the thickness knob. It's kind of the secret sauce. And then you've got your binge purge, which is engaging or disengaging your EQ on it. So let's just hear a little bit of you au naturel, and then we'll start playing around. Awesome. Now let's engage. Yeah, and I always like to start off just cranked all the way up. You know, that's kind of my first place, my go-to whenever I'm trying out pedals. And fun thing about this one is it sounds great, cranked all the way. So let's play around with a couple other settings. Jared, you had a couple settings that you were into. We were talking about previously.
Yeah, there's a bunch of different combos with these knobs in this unit that I think sound really tasty and really usable. And the first one, don't laugh at me, is to give me almost no gain. Yeah. Right, so take the choke and roll it almost all the way back. And you guys described the stuff knob to me as like sort of the magic sauce. So the first thing I did was let me hear the unit with none of that magic sauce. Yeah. And I'll blend it in later. And it's a very usable sound without both of those cranked up, right? Yeah, so there's some magic in a couple of those knobs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where you get to something that makes my face scrunch up or something.
Oh yeah, we both felt that pull back even more a little bit, and just feeling the bass kind of just fill the whole room up. Yep. You know, yeah, even having even our setup in the other room, you can feel kind of like shaking the floor almost. So it's awesome. Yeah, let's hit this binge purge switch. This is our EQ cut, so we'll get a little more oomph in there. How we're getting that EQ sweep and kind of the bass just like fill everything up there. me just talk about, we had a conversation earlier about the kind of magic spot here on the stuff knob. So I'm gonna set it right around what we're talking about, like 90%, something
Yeah,
like that.
just about all the way up. And something different happens to the signal at about 90% with this stuff knob. I don't know what it is or how to describe it, but it works quite nicely in like a different way. So I'm gonna take my tone knob and roll it all the way back, so there's very little high-end content, and you get more of like a square wave sound if you're trying to emulate a synthesizer,
Yeah.
right? So
So I'll start with the choke down, and then I'll kind of tune us up as we
totally.
go.
Yeah. There's a lot of sustain.
Yeah.
You know, it's very synthetic sounding by design,
Right.
or at least the way I'm trying to design my sound.
Hey man, it's all about discovering it. That's what we love about these pedals, is that we kind of part of the reason we name them the way we do is because we want you guys to play around with them and kind of discover for your own self what kind of tone you're searching for. So yeah, that's awesome. Anything else? Any other notes you want to add for us, or?
Just that it takes other pedals really well. I think every bass player that I know that are into pedals, we stick an OC2 in front of it, and it sounds quite nice like that.
Yep.
You would imagine any fuzz pedal would be able to do that, and they can't. This one does. So put an octave divider in front of it, see what it sounds like. That's what I did this week, and it sounds really. It takes the signal and continues that sustain. A lot of times the fuzz will suck all of the low end out of it.
Right, right.
There's 4 different ways on this pedal that I can alleviate that issue.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my favorite way to do that, is put an OC2 in front, maybe some chorus afterward, and you have a synthesizer on your bass.
Yeah, that's awesome, especially like this day and age. You know, bass players want to be versatile. We want to be able to do a lot of different stuff. We don't get a lot of toys to play with, so having a pedal that can serve a few functions for you is definitely something, you know, I love to see. I know other bass players I've interacted with love to see it too. So, Jared, thanks so much for coming on, man. Really appreciate it.
No worries, dude. Thank you.
You can check us out at poisonnoises.com, facebook.com/poisonnoises. You can also go ahead and check us out in our Reverb shop. This bad boy is selling for $149.99, and it's on sale now. Thanks for sticking with us, guys. Have a great day.